So hi there. How to not suck at pinball. This is not a video how to be great at pinball. It's first step for beginners, how to not suck at pinball. I got into the hobby in my mid-30s. I haven't played any pinball before, maybe 1 or 2 games. So that was 2006. Then I played a little bit, and then I checked the internet, I checked YouTube. There was not really a lot of in there. Then in 2009, there popped up a video, how to not suck at pinball from Greg Dunlop. That's the first thing. The next thing was here, a video, a DVD, Pinball 101 by maybe the greatest player ever, Keith Elwin. You also have these Papa videos coming up more and more, Boeing Currents doing tutorial videos. So you can learn more and more about pinball and how to play pinball. So fast forward 2023, I played a lot of tournaments. I played a lot of pinball machines. I organized tournaments. I'm not the greatest player. I'm far away from these young guns like Johannes Ostermeyer, Asher Levkov, Jason Saylor, and also these older ones. They're still around. Like Kaylee George or Bowen Kerrins. They are so much better than me. But maybe then I can be more on your side, in the beginner side, and give you some tips and rules how to improve your play, your game, your playing style, or a bit now. So there are 5 steps, 5 rules that I want to share with you, and I will also want to share additional information with you. Coming to the first rule. The first rule cannot be less sexy than it is. The first rule is really patience. So you've seen it already on the illustration. Don't flip, patience. The ball approaches the flipper and you just let the physics work and let it bounce. And that's also the name for it, dead bounce. I will illustrate it to you here on the ACDC pinball machine. Let's see. Bam. Nice. Can also work here like this. Just a little patience. Oh, did you see? I was not patient. So here, next one. Here does not work like that. Here it works. So there are, the good thing about the pinball world is it's analog. Yeah, it's not digital. Yes and no or whatever. So there are also some downsides in there with the dead flip. So I want to be honest with you. It's the very first thing you have to learn. As you can see, it's really you can really play patiently, but it doesn't make you a great player. But it will help you in your gameplay, improve your gameplay, especially if you're new in this. Here, that's another thing I used, a little bit of shielding. Okay, but coming back to the original thing, the dead bounce. The dead bounce can be dangerous here in this area. Can you see? I go here. Maybe it's better if I come from here. In this area, in this spot. When I go there, between the lane guide and the flipper, there's a point. If it hits this one, it gets some momentum and it will directly put the ball down. So if you played pinball for some games, you experienced that already. Also, if the pinball, the flippers are, the mechanics are weak, or the rubbers are not that good, it can be also something that will make a dead bounce impossible, or at least very dangerous. So you have to try a little bit. Yeah. So I did really nothing, and I'm already in album multi-ball. So that was it about dead bounce. You can, there's a good way to practice dead bouncing if you play single-handed. Yeah, if I play single-handed, I'm often too late, and then I can see, okay, let it bounce, let it go, because it's also bouncing. Okay, here, no, hey, I'm so bad with my left hand. Okay, but you've seen, you can really then check out and work it a little bit out for you what opportunities you have with a dead bounce in a game. There are a lot of them. So That was it. Patience, the first thing. Next thing, not really much more sexy like patience. That's control. Maybe some people think it's sexy. No, but control is the next thing to go for. So first patience and now control. So what does it mean? It means, hey, I want to get control in my game. I want to have a ball either on the right or on the left flipper cradled. A dead bounce is a good way to get the opportunity to cradle. There are often really easy ways to cradle. There are also some techniques to get control. I will talk about them in some seconds. First of all, I again want to show it what I mean. So dead bounce, control. Let it go. And then dead bounce, control. Here also, that's something I will show you later about aiming. Control. So it looks easy. Sometimes it's not that easy, but that's a good opportunity to also wrap things a little bit up. As you've seen, there are a lot of opportunities so that you can cradle a ball. One thing is to dead bounce, and so the momentum from the ball, the speed goes out, and I can easily hold up a flipper and then cradle it. There are also other situations where I just hold up the flipper and it will go there and be there. And there are some more advanced techniques to get there. Yeah, there's a live catch, there is a drop catch, which is not really about cradling, but the live catch is really something. You have a sheep pass. Sheep pass is when you go in there and let it go over there. There's a post catch. There is a post pass to get a pinball from one way to the other and then have control on the other flipper. There are lots of techniques and things. There is a great video YouTube channel called ABE Flips from Abraham. He made excellent videos for specific skills. Also skills for gaining control, but also skills about nudging and other things. So check this one out. I will share it later in the so much more section. So that was it. Patience helps to get control. If you have control, then what to do with the ball? Well, it's aiming. Another really important part of your, if you want to improve, so that you are able to hit things that you really want to hit. Patience, control, aiming. Well, I talked about, the more sophisticated ways to get control. First of all, it's really dead bounce and just hold up your flippers and you really learn how to handle it a little bit better. And then you can start really working on other things. But depending on do you practice at home or on location, or do you play with other friends, and how much time you will spend, dead bounce control, patience control. That's the first two steps. And the next step is then aiming. So then if you have control, you want to do something with the control. And yeah, now let's go for how can I hit those things that I want to hit. In the illustration, you can already see, and that's what I want to demonstrate. I cannot really react to the ball coming down and then flip and try to match those things. I have really a really big spectrum of shots I can have on my right flipper here on AC/DC. I can start, not really helpful in here, but actually just to demonstrate it, and put it here in the left in lane. That's called Schätzing, named after Neil Schatz, a great pinball player, so he's not really that active anymore, but he's kind of a legend. Then we have those targets here. Then we have the left orbit, we have the left ramp, we have the bell, we have the target bank, we have the right ramp, and we have the right orbit. The right orbit and the right targets, they cannot be hit with the right flipper. With the left flipper, I can go for the targets here at the inlane, don't talk about that. The right orbit, the right ramp, these targets, bell, heart, and I can really do a backhand shot. Here, left ramp and the left orbit. So I will show it to you. Let's see how it works out. Okay, good. So first of all, let's gain control. Here we go. That's why we have a ball save. Come on. Good. Here, great. So I will start with an important shot on AC/DC, that is the backhand left ramp. Here we go. That's an easy shot. And backhands are in particular that remarkable because in general they are more safe than the other shots. So I did the left ramp, so let's try the left orbit. Also possible. And let's start. Okay, it's not really about having a good game, but I will try to show you some other things too. That's why I short plunge. And as you've seen, I worked a little bit with the machine that's nudging. So with the left flipper, I could backhand the left orbit, but with the right flipper, I cannot backhand the right orbit. So this is something on each machine you have to check out what is possible or what is not possible. Some things are obvious, some things are not that obvious. So let's start with the right ramp. So yeah, that's great. Get control, that's another thing. So, and now I just, for reference purposes, I want to show you the in-lane too. Oh, I was, and there we go with a rule. You have to adapt. Aiming is not that simple. Can be very hard, especially in a tournament when you want to make the shots and you want to learn the shots, and then the game is over. 3 balls are gone and you haven't made the shots because you did not really check out when to hit it. So let's see. Oh. Again, let's wait. I have some time. I take your time. Thank you for spending the time in the video. And okay, control, and now I want to have the right in lane. So that was nice. Does it make sense here? No, on an AC/DC pinball machine, it doesn't make sense at all. But there are other pinball machines, especially classic pinball machines, where schätzing can be very, very valuable. Okay, this is it. Let's say we have patience, we have control, and now we are able not only to aim for shots, but also to make shots. But which shots to make? Now we're talking about rules. Rules. Well, yes. Hey, you can get a lot of points if you play endlessly and your ball does not train and you go on and you go on and you go on and you play. But if you have patience, if you gain control, if you're able to hit the shots, then maybe it's a good thing to think about, hey, what can I hit? Okay, let's see. First thing is, people will tell you is shoot the lit shots. Here, that would be the bell, for instance. That's just for illustration purposes. Yeah? So those are then the targets, the stand-up targets. And here we have the target bang on the left. And here, well, that's the left orbit. Yeah, that's fine. But actually, this doesn't really help here on this AC/DC pinball machine. Check out the play field on classic pinball machines. On classic pinball machines, you have sometimes, hey, let's light spinner, add 1K to the bonus, double bonus when lit, or whatever. You can really read it on the play field. On a modern pinball machine, let's see if I can get it. You can go down here, and go down there, and here we go. You go down from the play field to the bottom left, sometimes on the right. Oh, the camera is now a little bit screwed, but okay, it will go. So you cannot really read it, I think, so I will read it, and that's an important thing. It's also a good thing on if you're able to play pinball machines, you should be also able to read a scorecard. Yeah? So it says jam multi-ball, shoot the left and right ramps to light, jam multi-ball, shoot the right ramp to load the cannon to start the multi-ball. Okay, left and right ramp will give me eventually a lit multi-ball. And the same with the target banks for album multiball and with the orbits for the tour multiball. So this is nothing actually that is self-explanatory if you see the playfield. And so reading a scorecard can be helpful. Another thing is not only, sometimes there is no scorecard, yeah, which is bad, but it could be like that. You can also go into the internet to pin tips to get some quick tips. Pintips.net. It's a great tool. If you're in a tournament, pintips.net is also connected to Next Match Play. That's a tournament software. If the machines are set up in a correct way, so they are also connected. Andreas Haugstrup did a great job, not only with Match Play, but also with this pin tip site. Really, thank you so much, Andreas. Very, very well done. So that's the next thing is playfield, scorecard, pin tips. And then if you're getting more into it, then it could be also helpful to go to Tilt forums for the rule sheets of the modern machines, to Pinball Archive. There you have the more classic ones, or to Bob Matthews' Guide to Pinball Machines, where he covers a lot of early electronics and electromechanical pinball machines. So there are ways in the internet to find information what to do other than the scorecard. You can also go and check some YouTube videos and have a look at the Papa tutorial videos. I did some tutorial videos too for some pinball machines, and there are a lot of others who are active and providing knowledge in there. But first of all, for a beginner like you and I am, you are and I am, check the playfield, check the scorecard, and then maybe check also pin tips. You can also ask your opponent in a pinball tournament. You can ask him after a game. If you're playing fast just for fun, you could do it at any time. So most people will help. So let's do it again, once more, not only talking, but also a little bit of playing. I want to go for a jam multiball. So I hope I do not screw it up. So I need some ramps. So, yeah. First, control one way or the other. Then I want to backhand one ramp. The first ramp on AC/DC will give you a shot on the song jackpot. Usually I go for the ramp because of this. Yeah. It's not a good demonstration, but hey, it's about how to not suck and not how to be a great player. So let's move on. A good source of information is also your display, which you cannot see here, unfortunately. But I will check it out for you and me also. I will make another ramp, and it says 3 more ramps to start jam multiball. Here, I'm not really. You see how I'm struggling? And I can resolve this issue of struggling by just patience. Okay, 3 more. Not really a good shot. Here we go, that's better. And again, and it says 1 more, and here we go. As you can see, jam multiball is lit, but the start of the multiball is not lit. That's the right ramp. I have read it. Actually, I know it, yeah. But I have read it, and now I know. So let's go for the right ramp. Oh yeah, ball trains. Ball 3. Actually, that's a little bit for me like playing in a tournament. Now it comes down to this one more shot I really, really need. So I have control, and I know, hey, it's the right ramp. Let's go for this. No! Now I'm getting nervous, and again, adapting. And here we go. Right ramp, jam multiball. I will destroy my opponent now. Good. So it was patience, control, aiming, kind of a little bit knowing the rules. And the next thing is, if you want to improve, watch other players play your game. So here we go. So watch. Well, there are different levels of watching. Yeah. First of all, we have the digital thing. Check out YouTube and Twitch for skills video from ABE Flips. Yeah, for tournament videos in Europe, that's JDL Pinball, or IE Pinball, Carl D'Angelo in the US. That's really top-notch streaming quality. He doesn't only stream tournaments, but also gameplay videos from his basement, and that's really good thing. And watch tutorial videos from Papa, particularly. But if you Google it and if you take your time and use the search of YouTube, you will find excellent stuff. I will show you also some hints in the next chapter. So much more. Yeah, and then much more, not even more, but much more important is go out and play pinball. There are out there, you know, I'm a little bit jealous if I talk now to the American players. In the United States, you have barcades. Yeah, you have public locations where you can play pinball. That's really something very rare in Germany. No, there are some tourist areas in Europe where you can play it on a camping, you know, in an arcade, but playing pinball on public location is super rare in Europe. So, hey, you're fortunate if you're in America, in the United States. There are barcades, there are a lot of locations where you can play pinball. So check out if there is a location near with you. Go there, play. Often they also have tournaments. Participate, play with other people. Check out, take the look over the shoulder and experience it. And maybe you can check out also if there's a league around or a tournament. There is the IFPA calendar where you can check that one out, or Pinside. You have, I think, an event calendar. So that's also something that you can really check out. But it's not only the US. Yeah. As said, in Germany, there are also locations. There are also locations all over Europe. Also in New Zealand, David Peck and his family, Danielle and Fiona, they also have set up a really good pinball community in New Zealand. So there's a lot of stuff you can do. Just Google it, go out and watch. People are most likely happy to share their skills and their time with you, and also explain pinball to you if you ask and if you're nice, and so you will get that also in return. So go out, meet people, play pinball, have fun, and so this is it. Those are my rules, my tips. First, patience while playing, control, aiming, know a bit of the rules, because then aiming makes more sense. And finally, go out, watch people play with good players, take your time there, and this is it. So, but still, there is so much more, as I already indicated throughout the video, and this will be another chapter, not standing on at a pinball machine, but just sharing some, you know, browsing the internet and sharing some screens with you. So that's it. Bye bye. Welcome back. Thank you that you want to spend another some minutes with me. So here I have a really nice set of information for you if you want to deep dive into it. First of all, we're speaking about Abraham and ABE Flips, his video channel. So I will just start it. And you can see those videos are really high class compared to my, you know, more hands-on style. He works with illustrations and close-ups, and he's really good in editing, and he set up stuff that is even better what you have seen on the Pinball 101 DVD, which is also great. If you have access to it, I highly recommend it. Still Keith Elwin, Pinball 101. There's also Pinball 102, but not so available. Okay, back to ABE Flips. You can see there are a lot of things in there. He also speaks about aiming, much more sophisticated than I do. He spoke about shielding, micro flips, dead bounce, drop catch, live catch, post pass, slap save, and there are also more techniques. You can also check out dead flip or other pinball enthusiasts that contributed with some short videos regarding this. But ABE Flips, that's, you know, top of the breed. So that's it here with the skill tutorial and the techniques you can learn. Then now for the rules, as said, pin tips. Go there and here, example, AC/DC. Oh, sorry, AC/DC. Here we go. And then there are the pin tips. You know, they are contributed by the community. You can also contribute. And here we go. All multiples are starting by shooting the right ramp. That's a valuable information. Sure, now it's redundant, I told you, and you can read it in the scorecard, but nevertheless, if you're in a tournament situation or you're just playing here with your friends, you can check it out and get a little bit of advantage out of that. Next thing is here, the pinball archive. Here I have the classic, that's not really classic pinball machine, but the common pinball machines, maybe you know from your on location time, Attack from Mars, Medieval Madness, Monster Bash. No, machines from the 90s, in particular Star Trek Next Generation, one of my favorite pinball machines, and so on. That you will find here on pinball.org. If you go for the newer ones, Jersey Jack, Stern Pinball, you go to Pinball, to Tilt forums. You have really here in-depth information. If you go to Led Zeppelin, not only, you know, the common things, but also here for the wizard modes. A lot of stuff, really, for casual play, maybe too much, but if you have the pinball machine in your basement, or you have a location you go to for a lot of times, or you want to really deep dive into a machine, that's it. Yeah. Then you have here, the third one is Bob Matthews' Guide to Classic Pinball Machines. Now we're talking about machines from the 60s to the mid-80s. He really did a great job. 400 machines right now. It's just a Google Doc. But hey, we're working on setting up something more sophisticated here too. That was it regarding the rules. Now talking about videos to explore the rules. We have here pinballvideos.com from Arno from Austria. Nice guy. He also has support from some other guys from the pinball community. You can find here something regarding events, pinball machines, players, Escher Lefkov, current #1 player. If you want to follow him or you want to see what did he do lately, it's easier to follow him that way, because on a Google search you would not really find it, and or in a YouTube search, and now you are able to really to deep dive in his performance. A player you should also follow is maybe, or not follow, you should search for is Johannes Ostermeier, German, Daniele Jari from Italy, Keith Elwin, Raymond Davidson, Kaylee George, Jason Zahler, a lot of guys who play really a mean pinball. Yeah. Then you have the tutorial videos, and most famous for tutorial videos is here Papa Pinballs with Bone Karens. Great stuff. Hey, and here something for myself. Silverball Mania, Frank Böltel did also some stuff, but hey, Bone Karens, he's the tutorial guy. Here we go, Papa channel 655. Not everyone is a tutorial video, but there are a lot of pinball tutorials. Also from stuff that you really not find that often, Alien Poker, great machine. And there are also some pinball skill videos in there. Next one, ABE Pinball. Carl D'Angelo, great guy. not only he does event videos, the Open comes up. That's the World Championship, or a World Championship. There are several ones coming up in January in the US. And he also does really great streaming out of his basement, gameplay videos. You should go for that. If you're a little bit deeper in there, Carl D'Angelo, that's maybe the first class, best of breed streaming thing you can go for. Then we have here also event tournaments, event videos from JDL Pinball. That's #1 in Europe. Dina and Jim, thank you so much for doing this here in Europe, in Germany, in Europe. Great stuff. Good. Now we have this thing with a digital. Now let's go to the events. If you go for let's start. No, let's stay here. IFPA. IFPA is the International Flipper and Pinball Association. The Sharp brothers are doing a great job. Josh Sharp, the director, the global director, president, in particular, thank you so much for setting this up, and also for your team for doing this. Not only that the tournaments and the world ranking is hosted there, you have also an event calendar, and as you can see here, as of December 3rd, 2023, in the US, there's so much going on. You will find something all over the US. There are tournaments. If you click there, there's a link to the event. Sometimes it's only a Facebook page, sometimes it's really a nice page set up for everything. And now compared to Germany, apply filter, you know, there are some of them, but nothing compared to the US. It's the same all over Europe, unfortunately, but if you're fortunate, if you're in the US, you really can go and play pinball all week long. Then next thing is the event calendar on Pinside. Pinside is that's a great tournament coming up in Fulda in 2 weeks. Looking forward to. You can see me there if you join. The Pinside event calendar is a great tool. Pinside is in general the pinball website. So if you're interested in machines, in knowledge, in repairing, whatever, and also events, check out Pinside. Fun fact, run by Dutch guys. Dutch people are also great pinball players, and they're also deep in this passion. Okay, so last but not least, the Papa Pinball Learning Center. That's also, you know, a repository of things about rule sheets. Things I showed you are also in there, linked there. You have something about competition rules. Also, they are now linked to the IFPA competition rules. We have also German translation. You should also check out this one. As you can see, there is a lot of stuff all over the web. I hope I can really contribute and condense it here a little bit. And I will also share all the links I've shown you right now in the description. But as said, that's so much more. If you're starting, if you're a beginner, and this video is for beginners, and you want to get a little bit better at playing pinball, and you want to get into this hobby, either on location or in private, in your basement or in your living room, if your wife allows it, then hey, it's such a great hobby. It's more than a hobby, it's a lifestyle, it's a passion. I have so many friends I really got from this hobby. So go out, play pinball, have fun, and hope to see you maybe one time. If you come to Germany, drop me a note. We'll see if you find a way to meet. Bye bye.